let's get your reaction to what we just saw there, the fact that it boiled over to the point it did, and what you think that was down to. Why was this such a passionate encounter?
When you go to play against Sevilla, I can tell you that it's always going to be passionate because they manage to frustrate you every single time. Much more when you play against Real Madrid, that you know that they are going to be dominant, that they are going to be the ones on the ball and trying to create the most of the game. But I think Sevilla today, actually, I enjoy it. Even though that I'm with Ali, that they don't have enough at the front. They were very cautious. They never put too many players going forward, but they never lost the composure. They know that against Real Madrid, in the moment that you start open up, you're going to be in danger. And they wait until the last minute and with a chance with that we've seen with Sergio Ramos to even go ahead and get the 3 points. I think a very good game that Diego Alonso put today, performance against Real Madrid. And on Real Madrid side, frustration. We've seen so many times. But at the end, they managed to always get a result. Today, it wasn't enough. They needed to do a little bit more in the last step. We didn't see much about Vinicius, Rodrigo, even Bellingham, but we saw just a little bit of him arriving into the box. So, yeah, Real Madrid needs to continue working on it. It's a good result, going at Sevilla away and getting a point. But now you give the chance to Girona, to Atletico Madrid, that we are going to watch now, to get closer to you.
Who do you point the finger at today for Real Madrid who could have done better?
Oh, goodness. Well, I thought out of the midfield, they didn't get enough in terms of the support of the front line. But when you consider the lack of creativity in the attacking half for Real Madrid today, you have to single out both Vini Jr. and Rodrigo. And if it was just one time, then you would say, it's not a cause for concern. They'll be all right. But Rodrigo has been doing this really for the better part of the season, in which he just, even when he gets himself into good positions, is unable to find the finish. And there were times today in which you saw a guy who lacks belief and conviction when he comes to that final touch. Gets himself in good positions, but the final touch is not quite there. And Vini, who started the game in a more central position and was creating some issues and was getting on the outside shoulder of the center back, inside shoulder of the outside back, and was finding some success there, eventually he started drifting to where he feels most comfortable, and that is further and further and further left. And if he's not actually impacting the game from there in 1v1 situations, he's not giving you anything else. And that's why the frustration then happened for Vini Jr. He gets the ball, he gets double teamed, he's got the silent, that's a third defender there, end line, that's a fourth defender there. If he's not able to go at Jesus Navas right away in the 1v1 and exploit that, now he turns back and he's facing the other way and is pass back. Eventually, he simply was played out of the game. So both Rodrigo and Vini had a difficult time today impacting the game in a way that Real Madrid needed them to. And by the way, Carlo Ancelotti, I thought, was generous with the playing time for both Rodrigo and Vini Jr. Because honestly, this game was calling for a different type of striker in Joselu, and Carlo Ancelotti sort of kind of said, all right, let's see, let's give these guys time. Let's see if they can pull it out. They did not, and by the time Joselu came into the game, I thought it was too late.
But to factor a few things in, Luis, the fact that the players are coming back from an international break and travelling, the fact that maybe there's a new manager bouncing, Diego Alonso, is a draw a fair result, or should one of these two teams have edged this?
No, I don't think so. I think both of them try the best. I think that they have been moments for the dominance of Real Madrid, moments for the dominance of Sevilla, and I think they create both a lot of chances. But it's true that it was the last pass, the last third, the end product didn't arrive enough. So I think that a draw was the right result. It's true that when you have a lot of players involved in international, because traveling, because playing minutes, that you can see that in the last 20 minutes the game went down a little bit on intensity. But for the Sevilla's part, you can see that having a new man right there, the intensity of the players is still there because they want to show that they want to be involved. They want to show that they want to be part of the team for the next week. So, yeah, I think that Sevilla did a very good job today.
Draw a fair result?
Absolutely a fair result. The first 10 minutes you would have thought Real Madrid were going to run away with this, but then the game became about something different other than playing, and Sevilla were more than willing to compete. And for that alone, I would say Sevilla came to compete, came to fight, came to make it difficult. They did so. Real Madrid had difficulties creating opportunities. So on the whole, I think 1-1 is a fair result.
Yeah, that's been a really fun one to watch. We've got more La Liga coming up for you. Thanks so much for Luis watching that for us. And make sure to join the whole team next week. It's the big one, El Clasico. Barcelona against Real Madrid. 10:15 Eastern, the game will kick off, but coverage will begin